I'm Donna Kisz, and you're watching Paint This. Hi everybody. I hope everybody's doing good today. Today we are going to paint some flowers using the one-stroke technique. And I have some colors laid out here that I'm planning to use. I might use more. If I do, I'll let you know. I'm using FolkArt multi-surface paints in Moon Yellow, Citrus Green, Sap Green, Apple Red, Juneberry, Real Brown, and I have Titanium White. And I'm also using something called Floating Medium. It's to help spread your paint if you're painting on a porous surface. I'm using cardstock. I'll show you. I just got a pack of, it's just plain old cardstock, and it comes in like packs of, I think there's 50 sheets in there, I'm guessing, but don't quote me on that. I got it at Michael's. Sometimes they have them on sale, buy two get one free, or buy one get two free, whatever it is. In any case, it's nice to paint on. It's a very smooth surface, but it's nice to have that floating medium so that if your paint isn't spreading like you'd like it to, that assists with that. Okay. Let's get started. I chose some fall colors today. I'm using, these are Donna Dewberry brushes. This is a 3/4 inch flat. And what I'm going to do is start with my base color. So I think in the background what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of a red. Just a background color, like I said. And again, this is Apple Red. And I just like to lay down some color before I begin to paint, especially on black, and especially with red, because red is not opaque, it's very translucent. Same with yellow. Same thing. Okay. So now, while that's drying, what I'm going to do is I think I'll paint some leaves. And I'm using Sap Green and Citrus Green for this. And I'm going to use a 5/8 inch angle brush. So there's two parts to an angle brush. As you can see, there's one taller part, that's called the toe. And the heel is the shorter part. So you have to decide which end you want the lighter color on. I'm going to put the lighter color on the toe of the brush. Double loading both colors. You really want to use a bunch of paint so it gets way inside of the bristles of your brush. Okay, and painting on black, I like to put the lighter color. In fact, I think I'm going to add a little hint of white on there with the citrus. I like to put that on the outside if I'm doing that sort of leaf. Right now, I think I'm just going to do some one-stroke leaves like that. Okay, I'm going to turn my page over. And all I'm doing is I'm holding the brush sort of on an A like this, straight up and down, and then I push, and then I lift and pull. So you're pulling out to a point, and then you can pull a stem through. And again, I'm going to load some more of the citrus green with a little bit of white in it, and the sap green. Again, I'm going to just see how the white makes it pop, makes the color stand out. Okay, and I'll do some over here as well. And finally on this last one over here. So now what I'd like to do is make some of the bigger leaves. Now this is when you might want to consider seriously which side you want the light on, because I'm going to do a different kind of leaf now. And of course there's different ways to do this. So I'm going to start with this bottom corner one. And I'm going to start with the point toward the inside of the leaf. I'm pushing down about halfway and I'm wiggling, bringing it to a point. Now in this case you can see where there's it's dry over here. The paint isn't going smoothly. If that's the case, that you want to use a little bit of that floating medium. So I'm picking up some more floating medium, some floating medium and some more paint. Just a little bit. In the floating medium, you don't want to use it on every stroke. You want to use it every few strokes, otherwise your paint will get muddy. All right, let's redo that. Okay, there we go. Pull it to a point. What I'm going to do here is start from the top. Again, I'm standing up on the brush. I'm going to push gently, wiggle, push a little harder, and then I'm going to flip the brush like that. And it looks like your leaf is curved on that bottom part right there. You don't have to worry about the edge here. I'm going to paint over that with the flower paint. All right, let's put one up here. So this time I'm going to do pretty much the same thing. Now I don't like how that blended. If it didn't blend good, just go over it a few times like that. Again, push, wiggle. I'm going to do the same kind of leaf. And twist. Go. Go over here too. Okay. Put a couple over here. I picked up some of that red, which looks really pretty. I'm going to leave that in there. Again, I'm picking up more paint. Okay, and I'm going to put some more over here as well. Now, when I'm drawing the stem into it, I'm just using the tip of the brush. So I'm not running the whole thing flat like this. I'm just going right on the tip, like that, and not letting the heel touch. And then you get a line. I don't know if you can see the line on my hand or not, but it's there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, actually I'll do an example for you with the tip of the brush. So let's connect these. All right, so I'm just using the toe of the brush, and I'm making a little stem, and off of that stem we can add some more leaves if we want to, like that. Okay, my dog hears something outside, one of my dogs. If you watched any of my other videos, you may have heard me mention that I have 2 Italian Greyhounds. They're crazy. Yeah, they're crazy. But I love them. Let me go over this again. There we go. All right, and I'll put one over here as well. Okay. So you can see we have our leaves and we have the base coat for our flowers. So now let's paint some flowers. I'm going to go back to my, you know what, instead of the 3/4 inch, I'm going to try the 5/8 inch flat brush to do my petals with. And I'm going to side load some moon yellow. Again, you might want to add a little bit of white to your yellow because it is not an opaque color. It is very transparent, and the white will help it show up. And then on the other side, I'm going to side load the red. All right, so this is what we have. Okay, I'm choosing to put the red on the outside. And what I'm going to do for each petal, well, I will show you. So for each petal, I'm going to start with the center of the flower. I'm going to put this part of the brush, the bottom part, right in the middle of the flower, just about to the middle like that. And I'm going to pull up, wiggle, and I'm just making three little wiggles. All right, this is probably going to need a second coat because of the opacity factor that I mentioned. And I'll do the next one. Yep, this is definitely going to need 2 coats. So I'm thinking that maybe, I'm thinking about putting the yellow on the outside, but we'll see how this goes. You can always change it. That's a nice thing with the acrylics. You can always change your mind and paint over anything you don't like. Really digging it, so I think what we're gonna do, idea. Let's see, I'll just keep painting. I've learned too over time that a lot of times when you're painting something, it goes through like, I don't know, an ugly fugly stage. So just keep painting, because the more you paint, the better it seems to get. Let's bring this down a little here. Doing the same stroke over and over. Okay, all around. Pulling into the center. Picking up more paint. I'm just pulling some of that yellow toward the middle of the flower. I'm going to be going over it in a second. Anyway. And those of you who watch any of my videos know I always paint on the fly, so I never know what I'm going to come up with. I do, though, have some planned projects to share with you. I have some items that I bought on Temu that I'm going to paint. I have some wooden items. I have some keychains and some, I forget what else. I got a bunch of stuff. But I do intend to have some projects prepared to share with you. Right, this time I'm going to try it the opposite way. Let's go to a different flower. We'll go to the second flower now. I'm going to put the yellow on the outside. Let's see what happens. I'm going to mix some white with this too. Transparent. Always, you know, if you have to turn your project, do. Make it the most comfortable and enjoyable for yourself. This is supposed to be an enjoyable, relaxing activity. this is going to look better. Better, better, better. Yeah. We'll do another layer in just a moment. I'm going to add a little bit more white to the yellow this time for the second layer so it stands out. I'm going to do the same thing I just did. I'm just going to go on the inside. I try to look at the edge of my design, keep that in mind because that is what your shape is going to be. I worry more about that, well not worry, I pay more attention to that than to the middle of the flower because you're going to have paint in the middle of the flower. You can always, you know, spread that around or whatever, but you want to make sure that your shape is exactly how you want it by paying attention to your outer edges. I'm going to try to do another layer on the first flower that I painted. I'm going back to pick up red and white with the moon yellow on the other side. Don't know how this is going to happen, but let's hope it happens in a good way. I'm just tapping whatever yellow's on my brush in the center of the second flower. I like how that looks. Alright. Now, I was thinking about adding an orange to the mix. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm not going to clean the inside of my brush, but I'm just going to wipe off the outside. If you can see this brush, there's still a lot of paint like in the bristles in here, so you might want to keep that. You can clean it if you want to, but I'm keeping mine. Alright, so I'm going to dip into the orange with the yellow side of my brush. And then I'm going to dip into the red on the other side. Ooh, that looks pretty. And I'm going to create another flower, putting the orange on the outside. And again, the orange's opacity stinks. So you're going to have to do, actually I'm going to add white to it, to the orange. Give it more of a peachy color. That way it'll show up better. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, so then we have again looking at the outer edge of what I'm painting. Okay, I'm picking up some more paint. Picking up some more red and going through the orange and white. Orange. Okay. second coat. 'Cause oh yeah, that's much better. That looks better. Okay, now we want to do a second coat. So I'm going to pick up the some more red, a little bit of orange, and this time I'm going to put even more white. I want that white to pop out. Let's see if it's light enough. So we have 3 flowers so far. And you can pick, like, I don't know, whatever color you want to do the centers in. It doesn't matter. You could do green, yellow. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, I'm wiping my brush off, but I'm not cleaning the inside. I'm going to pick up yellow. I'm just going to dab a little yellow into our center there. The last one, I think I'll do on the very last one. I'm going to go for the darker color now. Alright, so I'm going to wash my brush this time. I'm going to dry it on my paper towel. Let's try some Juneberry. Do I have room on my palette? Probably not. So I always make a big old mess. Alright, going back to my number 16 flat brush. And this time I'm going to pick up white and Juneberry. I'll load my brush with that. Oh, this is such a pretty color. White. There we go. I'm going to put the white on the outside. Again, each petal, I'm just doing 1, 2, 3, putting the brush down, wiggling it 3 times, and bringing it toward the center. Watching the outside of my project. And one more. And more paint. There we go. And then we'll do a second layer on there as well. Picking up white. And some more Juneberry. Okay, the white edge is on the outside. Same stroke. love this color. It's so pretty. And in the center, I'm just going to tap some Juneberry. Just like that. Okay, washing my brush off. God, this is such a pretty color. I know I keep saying it, but I really, really like it. Okay, this is a very, very simple painting to do, which requires just 1, 2, 3 strokes. The stroke that you use on these leaves is very similar to the one that you do on the petals here. Okay. And if you watch any of my other videos, you'll see I'll explain some of these, how to make some of these flowers even further. Just tapping some more yellow in here. Get a lot of paint on your brush. And it looks nice if it's like a textured look. You can do them flat too, but I like them textured like that. It looks like the real center of a flower. Now, I want to add a few other little things to this. So I'm going to take my number 2 script liner. Okay, this is from Plaid. You can take any script liner you like. It's how I'm going to make curlicues, so it depends how thick you want them. So I'm going to take some water. I wet my brush. I took some sap and some citrus. You can mix them up, or you could just use citrus. You might want to add a little white in there even. Get it very, like on the thinner side, and I roll it and pull it to a point. And I put my pinky down, I put my paintbrush straight down, I put my pinky down, and you're gonna move your hand. You're not gonna move the paintbrush. So when you do it, you just pull, and it gives you a nice smooth curlicue. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, and these add so much to a painting. They look so pretty. There you go. Maybe we want to add, I'm taking that number 2 brush and loading it again. Maybe when we want to pull a few little stems out like that to add to it. You can put them anywhere you want, obviously. Oh, let's put one there. So all these things that you add just make it look so much prettier. Well, you don't want to overdo it. You gotta know when to stop. But I like adding extra things here and there. So now what I'd like to do is make some smaller leaves or flowers. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to add some of that citrus green and I'm using number 6 flat brush. The citrus green and sap green that I mixed up just now. I'm gonna pull a stem out in a few different places. Let's do one here. I'll start with 2, and then I'm gonna make little leaves off of the stem. Oops. You just use the bottom part of the brush and you pull a stem into each of these leaves, and it's for paint. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do any of this, but these are just little ideas to add things to your painting. Add little tiny leaves here and there. For instance, I'm going to pick up some of the Juneberry and that citrus green. I'm going to mix them just a little bit. I want them to mix primarily on the canvas or on the paper, but you can add them. You can mix them on the palette rather, but it just helps. Look at that color. Oh, it looks so pretty. Come to a point. Okay, some more of that mixture that I made and put some on the other side, just because it looks pretty. Now maybe I want to switch colors, because I want my colors to match the flowers. So I'm going to do, let's see, we'll do some, let's try orange and citrus. I don't know, let's see how it looks. A little orange and a little citrus. There we go. And just add a little flower there, here and there. I'm going to wipe my paintbrush off. This time I'm going to do a little red and a little of the citrus green. That always looks nice. And we'll put some here. Oh yeah. This time I'll take a little bit of the red again with the citrus and add a touch of yellow. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, we got 3 colors in this one. And it makes your painting a bit more interesting, and it adds some color. And I just really like the way that it looks. So that is our project, and you know what I say. What do I say? I say we pick up some, let's see, I'll pick up some white. If there's any color on it, so be it. I say smile and sign it. Thanks so much. If you like my content, please subscribe and like my video. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.